Hello and welcome back to the next video in Essay Masters MBA essay course. Today, we're going to talk about how to write those essays that ask why you're applying to a certain school using Stanford and Wharton as examples. Let's get started. So as a reminder, while these essays will inherently be a bit more focused around what the school has to offer, ultimately, it's your chance to show your knowledge and understanding of the school and, more importantly, how it may align with your own interests. We see a bunch of people writing about all the offerings of a particular school, but they never say why those offerings are of value to them. So keep in mind, when you read a prompt like why Stanford, it may be best to think of it as why do I want to attend Stanford? So how do you get started with this? One, know your goals in as specific and detailed level as possible. And then in conjunction with that, do your research on each school. What would you want to do professionally, ideally both in the next 5 years and then beyond? And what specific, unique aspects of a given school would help you achieve those goals? As a general piece of advice, just listing courses will not likely be enough. You really need to understand the value of each program, what they excel at, and what their philosophy is to make sure that it aligns with your own ambitions and goals. Now, just like the personal statement, there are some invaluable things to keep in mind. First, again, look into unique aspects of the school. Every school has a finance course, and every school has a course on management. But what they're more interested in is knowing the specific programs, lecturers, maybe if they have a unique partnership with a school overseas or with a local big business. But with that said, don't just write unique aspects for their own sake. This is what we meant earlier. Saying Wharton has a specific club that is unique to their program is not enough. You need to say why that unique aspect matters. The way you do that is by understanding your own goals. What is it that you want to do exactly? What do you want to study? But don't fudge your goals just to make it fit. Don't say that you want to study entrepreneurship at MIT when you just want to move up the ladder at Morgan Stanley. This disparity will show up elsewhere, and you're more likely to look inauthentic than clever. And for as competitive as these schools are, not to mention how important your time is, it's best to just be real and apply to places that fit you rather than for any other generic reason. And the best way to avoid any ambiguity about that is to be exact in your writing. However, one note about being exact, don't write about irrelevant knowledge. Saying that Wharton is well known for finance is something that anyone can find out with a Google search within 5 minutes. Dig a little deeper, make sharper connections, and do your research. So let's talk about some examples. Here's how not to write an essay on these topics. Keep in mind, obviously, these are just samples and not the entirety of the essay, but they will give you a sense of what to not to do and what to do. So here for Stanford, it says, I want to attend the Stanford program because of its strong entrepreneurial connections. Its location in the heart of Silicon Valley will give me access to VC firms. I will also have a strong network of peers that will position me to succeed down the road. So right off the bat, we really don't like writing about location, especially for nationally renowned programs like Stanford and Wharton. Why? Because it's not particularly unique to you or even to the school. After all, UC Berkeley Haas is more or less right down the road from Stanford. There are exceptions, but you'll need to unearth those in your research, not just add it as a throwaway to fill the space. Next, there are too many cliches. What entrepreneurial connections? What network of peers? Every program has a strong network. What is it about the school's specific connections that stand out? And finally, ironically, there's nothing really specific here about Stanford, save for the location. If you deleted the part about saying in the heart of Silicon Valley, you could just copy and paste many different schools here and it would all read the same. We're really looking for hard specificity here. On the other hand, here's a good example as it relates to Wharton. It says, the shift toward data science aligns with my own goals for developing my own fintech firm. By using the Stevens Center for Innovation in Finance and the analytics emphasis in the curriculum, I can build knowledge and marketing and statistics needed for my future venture. The business analytics program, in short, will allow me to accomplish my career goals. First, there are very specific aspects of Wharton here. No other school obviously has the Stevens Center for Innovation and Finance. Second, there's a clear flow from the applicant's own experiences to the offerings at Wharton. We can't say it enough. Research on a school is just step one. Step two is linking that research to your own goals. And finally, we can understand how this all flows to the future. This three-part chain of past to the program to the future should never be overlooked in why school essays, as it shows clarity, ambition, goal setting, and an understanding of how the school in question is going to help you. So with that all said, in the next video, we'll discuss essays from Booth, Kellogg, and Columbia that will be used to explain how to write to other styles and particular prompts that you may come across.